cutting-edge tech, trusted data, and 24/7 access to world-class courses. It's where pros like me sharpen their skills. Join the Back Nine Golf and practice like a pro.
The First Alert Team, named best in Georgia. Live from Augusta, you're watching News 12 at 6 o'clock.
Good evening and happy Saturday. I'm Hallie Turner. A man is in critical condition after a shooting early this morning in downtown Augusta. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office responded to a shooting on Broad Street just after 2 a.m. This is around the same time that our bars and our nightclubs usually close. Deputies say when they arrived, they found a 61-year-old man from Edgefield suffering from a gunshot wound to the head. Deputies arrested 28-year-old Damon Cole and 27-year-old Destiny Reeves. Reports say Reeves approached the victim and led him to a parked vehicle where Cole was hiding. Reeves told deputies the two planned to rob him, but instead Cole shot the victim in the head. Both are behind bars tonight, facing charges of aggravated assault, criminal attempt, armed robbery, and possession of a weapon during a crime. Now to Orangeburg County, where deputies say there was a fatal shooting at a motel. The sheriff's office says the call came in around 8:30 last night. Officials say a 34-year-old man was shot at least once at the Crown Inn on Bamberg Highway, and anyone with any information is asked to call Orangeburg County Communications Center. And staying in South Carolina, where there was a 5-acre brush fire in North Augusta. This afternoon, South Carolina forestry leaders say the fire happened on Atomic Road, and as of 3:45, the fire was 100% contained. There are no reported injuries. And Richmond County deputies say they are investigating a shooting this afternoon. It happened on Fayetteville Drive at 112 near the Azalea Park Apartments. When they arrived, deputies say they found multiple cartridge casings in the parking lot, but no injuries have been reported and no word on a suspect. All right, Emily, tomorrow is Easter, and with this nice weather, many are out and about, and we had our super nice warm day today. So how's our Easter Sunday looking for us?
It's looking beautiful, Hallie, and I sat outside for just a little bit today. So, hey, if you still have some more hours of sunlight for us, probably about another hour and a half at least. So if you want to take dinner outdoors, it's going to be a beautiful evening for that. Mostly sunny, still in the 80s for at least the next hour. Then after sunset, we'll cool off into the 70s, and then eventually those 50s late overnight tonight. So a mild start to our day tomorrow. We'll be in the upper 50s, maybe low 60s in some spots, but otherwise a beautiful Easter Sunday for us. We'll warm up into those 80s by the afternoon, so it is going to be a hot one by the time we hit the noon and past the noon hour for us. But here's a look at your dog walk forecast. I'm going to take your furry friend out on a walk tomorrow. We're going to start off relatively cool, but by the time the afternoon hits, we'll see those 80s. So again, earlier the better, taking your furry friend out on a walk, unless you want to go after sunset, Hallie, because tomorrow is going to be another hot but beautiful day.
Thanks, Em. The Richmond County Sheriff's Office, the Richmond County Sheriff, Gino Brandley, is merging his love for motorcycles and giving back to the community. This morning, nearly 200 people showed up at Project Life for the Sheriff's Office charity ride. Leaders say this event provides a great opportunity to give back to the Sheriff's Youth Home while getting to know the officers themselves. One deputy says showing up for the youth is only the start.
We have to get the youth early, because the decision that they're making is making life-changing decisions for them. When they make those life-changing decisions, it's consequences that they got to deal with, and some of the consequences are death, in jail, or ruining their families for the rest of their life because of a decision. So if we can get to them at an early age and teach them the proper way of being productive citizens in the area or in the county, that's the thing that we want to do.
Sergeant Carlisle says the Sheriff's Youth Home is a place that mentors young men and leads them to the path of success. The Sheriff's Office is planning more events like this to engage with the community, including another charity ride. And Easter celebrations are continuing through the weekend. Local organization We Got This Augusta held a sensory-friendly Easter event at Henry Brigham Community Center for 85 kids this morning. The fun included a bouncy house, face painting, and a photo booth. The founder says the idea was created for those just like her sweet son.
I have my own 10-year-old little boy. He's autistic, and we don't have anything for us a lot of times. There's not anything that's tailored just for us. There's always, we are included in other things, but there's not something that's actually just tailored to us. And I wanted to build a community for that. So I reached out, I started. I really just kind of had a hope, a wish, and a prayer, had a vision, and it literally just came to life. I really don't know how it came to life, but it came.
This is their first event, and Gatson says it will not be the last. So if you want to learn more about the group or donate, you can head on over to our website at wrdw.com. And today, the Supreme Court told the Trump administration to halt.
At Parker's Kitchen, we go big. Our catfish sandwich. It's huge, bigger than the bun, with an extra large serving of Parker's signature sauce. At Parker's Kitchen.
This year, don't settle for less than a Honda. Visit your Augusta Aiken Honda dealer.
Looking to save on internet?
Visit prettylitter.com today to get started.
The weather. It's something that affects us all every day. From sunny to severe and anything in between. This is why we First Alert.
Welcome back. As we head out to church tomorrow for Easter Sunday, what can everyone expect?
Well, it's going to be another beautiful day for us. Another hot day, I will say, though. But we're going to start off tomorrow pretty comfortable. We'll see those lows in the upper 50s, maybe low 60s in some spots. So if you want to get out a little bit early, shouldn't be too bad out there. It's going to be a little bit cloudy, but sunrise is at 6:53. Once we get into the afternoon, though, things are getting a lot warmer for us. 86 going to be that average high temperature, partly cloudy sky condition. But overall, a very beautiful day for us. So definitely looking forward to it. Things are dry right now. They're going to stay dry overnight and dry throughout the day tomorrow. We're really looking dry for the next couple of days, but rain is in the forecast. So let's kind of take a look at that. Tuesday, we could see a stray shower, but really looking like once we get into late Wednesday, early Thursday, we could see some more rainfall for our area. Not tracking any severe threats, so that's some good news for us. But again, Wednesday, Thursday going to be our highest chance of rainfall this week. Really, Thursday is the day that I'm honing in on. But when it's all said and done, we'll probably see half an inch to maybe an inch in some spots. But again, that's really honing in on Wednesday, Thursday for us. But the start of your week and the end of your weekend looking dry. So that's definitely some good news. But it's going to be hot for the next 7 days for us. Again, Easter Sunday tomorrow, right around 86 for your Monday. Tuesday, that's when we could have that isolated shower or two. Wednesday, 89, and then by the time we hit Thursday, that's when those shower chances are really starting to ramp up, and maybe we could see a couple thunderstorms there. Friday, Saturday, those highs still in the upper 80s. Overnight lows pretty consistent in the upper 50s, low 60s for us, Hallie. It is going to be a very hot next 7 days. Honestly,
I'm ready for it.
No,
I'm ready for it.
I disagree.
Okay, well, I'm here for it. No more rain. President Trump and members of the administration are now suggesting.
First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group. First Alert Radar, powered by Jim Hudson Automotive Group.
A new study shows diversity in book publishing remains low. Nia Hardin spoke to one North Carolina author about her journey to publishing.
Meet Crystal D. Giles, a Charlotte native, former accountant, now a published children's book author.
Pop's voice and see his smile.
It all started in 2015. While reading books to her son, she realized they were missing something. Families that looked like hers.
I wanted to see little black boys with black families, and I saw a huge gap in that space, and so I kind of randomly, ambitiously started to write books.
If that was going to change, she knew what she needed to do.
I wrote really bad ones at first, and then eventually I joined a writing group and I got better.
She knew she wanted to be a published author, so her books would reach schools and libraries. She also knew getting there would be hard. It took her years just to find an agent. A recent study by Lee and Low Books Report shows more than 70% of the publishing industry identifies as women, but more than 70% also identify as white.
The industry is overwhelmingly white. The children's book world does not showcase a lot of marginalized communities, a lot of marginalized authors, and unfortunately, the characters that are in books are not always people of color, black people, and people from marginalized communities. And so it just takes longer to find your people. It takes longer for people to realize that your voice is important in the space.
She connected with a group called We Need Diverse Books.
I got a mentorship through them in 2018. And so I just kept going. Every opportunity that came my way, I signed up for it. I clicked every box I could, and then eventually I found an agent who was excited about my work.
In 2021, her first novel was released by a major publisher.
It's loosely based in Charlotte. It follows the story of a community trying to stay whole. It looks at gentrification, it looks at some aspects of racism, and it looks at a city that I love, but one that I'm not afraid to interrogate as well.
She's now published 2 novels. 2 more will be published next year, something her son is proud of.
He loves it now. There was a time when he was a little bit shy and embarrassed about it, but now he often taps me to give books to his friends.
And if you want to become an author,
I believe everyone has a story to tell, and if this is the medium to tell your story, definitely go for it.
Nia Hardin, WBTV, on your side.
What's to save when you enroll in Boost today? Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Trust meteorologist Chris Still for your first alert. Trust meteorologist Emily Acton for your first alert.
On your sideline.
2 of the CSRA's most notable PGA Tour golfers are now the face of Augusta's newest attraction. Just off of Davis Road now sits the Back 9, an indoor golf experience that caters to both competitive and casual golfers. It was founded by Kevin Kisner and Scott Brown. The Back 9 offers customers the opportunity to test their game inside of training bays. Each bay is equipped with the same technology that's currently being used in the TGL Golf League that you can watch on ESPN. You can play alone, with friends, or even in head-to-head leagues. If you pay for an annual membership, you even get access to the facility for 24/7 access any time of the day. Brown says the goal is to continue growing the game in more ways than just one.
You know, it's kind of like a 24-hour gym. Essentially, you use your phone, sends you a link, and you can come in and play at your own time. So if you're a night owl, you can come in the middle of the night and practice. It's a way to get better at golf. You know, it shows you all your data, your numbers, you know, so you can see if your equipment's dialed in, or you can see how you can improve your swing. So it should be good from that standpoint.
For more information on how to book a tee time or get a membership for yourself, you can visit back9golf.com. And it's that time of the year in the football offseason. The transfer portal size continues to grow. Former Grovetown running back and linebacker Joseph Jean is adding his name into the pool. The 4-year Warrior went down I-20 to Georgia State following his senior year. Jean didn't see the field as a freshman with the Panthers, so he chose to find a new place to call home. We'll see where that ends up being. He's not the only CSRA athlete on the move this week. Former Butler girls basketball star Karen Nemo is transferring to UNC Charlotte. She spent her freshman season at Eastern Florida State College, where she averaged over 10 points and 3 rebounds a game. Nemo had 28 transfer options on the table and chose to go with the Miners on Friday night.
Well, looking at the next 7 days for us, it is going to be a warm one. 86 for your Easter Sunday. We'll see the sun at times, but a little bit of cloud cover mixed in. Same for your Monday. Tuesday, an isolated shower possible, and the same can be said for your Wednesday. But Thursday, that's probably going to be the best chance of measurable rainfall for us in those upper 80s again. I mean, we're going to be in the upper 80s for the next 7 days, and that's well above average for this time of year. We're normally sitting in those upper 70s, so about 10 degrees above average. Overnight lows will be in the low 60s, maybe upper 50s some nights for us, but overall a very warm next 7 day, but mostly dry. We do have a couple chances of rain, Hallie, but overall it's really not a bad 7-day outlook.
I'm here for it, but hey, that's our time. Thank you for yours. More news, weather, and sports all new tonight on News 12 at 11.
When it matters most, Georgia